wheels in the open road. I got the throttle wide open, feel my pace. Got 100 horses between my legs. No destination, no end in sight. Just me and the open road, riding into the moonlight. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Life in the fast lane, it's easy to maintain. Just twist the throttle on back and feel no pain. From the open highways, backwoods of the country, where live free or die is the only way. On my two wheels, all that I need is white lines and gasoline. Never look back, never look back. 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 White lines and gasoline. White lines and gasoline. Two wheels in the open road, life and death in my own hands. I am my own justice, I am my own man. I never look behind through all that I have seen. 'Cause all I need is white lines of gasoline. White lines of gasoline. White lines of gasoline. White lines of gasoline. We believe in the American way, and we built this country called the USA, and we fly our flag 'cause we're proud and free, we're Americans. Red, white, and blue is our way of life. We never back down from a challenge or a fight. Nature provides, God gives the rights, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. We fish the waters and we hunt the lands. We forge the steel with our own two hands. With what we've got, we do the best we can. We're Americans. From the snowy passes to the desert sun, the dogs and the horses and the trucks and the guns, mothers and daughters and fathers and sons, we're Americans. We make up America, this amazing America. We're an amazing America.
Garrett Smithley, driver the number 0 JD Motorsports Chevrolet, and you're watching All Pro Broadcasting.
When you're ready,
ServPro, how can we help?
help gets there faster. The cleanup specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO and ServPro.com. Helping make fire and water damage like it never even happened.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with
Freedom Train!
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac, and never feel powerless.
Give it up for the teams, a bunch of badasses if you know what I mean. They're coming out of the sky, out of the sea, and on land, gonna take it to the enemy. Lock it low, boys. Time to explode, boys. Just make sure you get home, boys. They got your back, the pride of the fleets, the pipe swinging forward man. You're the UDT. They don't do it for the money. They do it for the country. It's not about the fame. They do it for the, they do it for the, they do it for the USA. Ooh yeah, this is the big boys club. Nobody does it quite the way a SEAL team does. Clean in, clean out. The boys are the best, and they'll be coming for your shells in the deck. So if you see a fallen man coming with guns, you better reconsider whose side you're on. These boys are ghosts, team of the Reaper, and they'll be more than happy to deliver you back to your maker. They don't do it for the money. They do it for the country. It's not about the fame. They do it for the, they do it for the, they do it for the USA.
I can't really think while y'all are talking. Welcome, race fans, to the Dominos TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series live here on All Pro Broadcasting. It is Sunday night. It is time for you fans to win another free pizza. We'll give you details on how to do that in just a minute. Gary, go ahead and tell these guys and fans about this track and what we're looking at tonight.
Yeah, we're back where we started the season here at Eldora Speedway, and look for some different track conditions here later in the season. You know, when we got here at the beginning of the season, the track was not very worn out. It was real wet and sticky, and these guys had a hard time passing. But I think we got with the ground screws and the track, and the track on the schedule, and we're going to work to get these guys a better racing room. So I'm looking for guys to be making tons of moves and stuff.
What else are you looking at, Gary? And we got a few less drivers here tonight, but I think we got some of the highest quality drivers in the Dominos TYJ Racing Renegade Dirt Series here, so they're going to put on a great show.
Yeah, the field's real fast tonight. These guys are putting down some real quick laps, and all the times are really, really close. I'm looking, for another tight field tonight, but it's looking like everybody is going to get to run the B and the A main tonight, just due to a smaller field size. So look for these guys to learn a lot in the short B main, and then take that to the A main and really start mixing things up with lots of passing and finding different lines around the track. As the qualified times are starting to pop up. Right now, Buzz Moore is on top with a 14.186. Corey Heffron, usually fast, sitting with a 14.191. These are all way faster than in practice for these guys. 14.215 for Ryan A. Hill in third. Some of the faster guys in practice, Scott Sanderson, William Davis, and Derek Walker, are yet to qualify. I think they're waiting to see what happens with these times and what they got to do to put up some quicker times. So look for them to move up to the top of the board too, if they have a nice solid run.
Yeah, I tell you what, this Renegade Dirt Series, Gary, it's very exciting on Sunday nights. Most people are getting ready to go back to work, go back to school, do whatever you guys are doing, whatever you ladies are doing. And I tell you what, I look all weekend long forward to what these guys are going to bring. I do not have a dirt racing background. I don't even have a real racing background, unless you consider trying to outrun the police when I was 16 in the country back roads of Tennessee racing. I was able to outrun a few of them. Don't tell anybody, because we don't want them tracking me down 30 years later. Anyway, Gary, I'm looking forward to these races, and I'm also looking forward to the free pizza giveaway. Real quick, fans, we'll go over that real quick. How the free pizza giveaway works. It's primarily for the second of these two races. Every dirt race, Renegade Dirt Series race we have here live on All Pro Broadcasting. By the way, All Pro Broadcasting is our sponsor tonight. In my opinion, the best broadcasting in iRacing anywhere. The first fan to accurately predict the winner of the A main, which would be the race that starts shortly after 9:15 tonight. So you got to stick around for this exciting B main. You've also got to stick around for the A main to actually get your picks in. But the first fan to actually get their pick in to predict the winner at halfway, we threw up 35 laps for the A main tonight, so it'll be before lap 17. That fan will win a free, large, 3-topping Domino's pizza, carry-out only, from any Domino's store in the United States of America. We've given away many of these over the last 3 months, and we're looking forward to doing it again tonight. So fans, make sure you get some good ideas tonight watching the B main as to see who you think has got the best skill, the best talent, the best passing abilities. These track situations are going to be different in all the sessions tonight, so make sure you stick around.
Yeah, thanks for that information, Robert. And fans, this is a good opportunity for everyone to win some pizza and enjoy some good, hard, old-fashioned dirt track racing. I'm interested to hear a little bit more about your past days in Tennessee, Robert. It sounds like a good time.
Oh, I could tell you some stories, and that doesn't go without saying. I have definitely been pulled over a couple dozen times in my lifetime, and all those times I just pulled right over. I knew I was already, guilty as charged. No need to try to do anything more stupid. Never had my license taken away, but I love to drive. I love to drive fast. I love racing. I love this iRacing that we're doing. I love Dominos TYJ Racing. I love all these drivers that have dedicated their time to be here on Sunday nights. Also, fans, go ahead.
Yeah, Robert. Just waiting here for the last couple seconds to click off the top qualifying clock. It looks like almost everyone has put up a time for this B main. Everybody gets to race. This is something new for everybody, and look forward. I'm sure these guys are actually looking forward to getting out here, kind of having a race, just to kind of be a practice race for everybody. You don't want to tear up your equipment, but this is a good opportunity for everyone to get out there and see what they got. As they start to grid up here, it's looking like Derek Walker is going to run this race from the pole with a 14.034. It's extremely fast lap, with Scott Sanderson close by in a 14.044. Corey Heffron's going to roll off third with a 14.151. Buzz Moore is going to come out fourth. Rounding out your top five is going to be Ryan A. Hill, and sixth is going to be Kyle Kamer. Seventh is Judd Danielson. Eighth is Colin Bowden. Ninth is going to be William E. Moore, last week's Xfinity Series winner. It's having a good week. Let's hope he can continue that tonight here on the Dirt Series. Jeremy Crandall is going to round out your top 10 with Thomas Conhenny is going to be rolling off 11th. Ray Richards is going to roll off 12th. Vernon Markheim is going to roll off 13th. Ivan Garcia 14th. Brian Coots is going to roll off 15th. And William Davis is last one to put up a time. First in practice with a 14.145, but 16th on the qualifying grid with a 14.775. I don't know if that's strategy on his part. Maybe he's going to try to work his way through traffic, see how that goes in case he gets stuck there in the A main. But interesting to see how far Will can come up through the field. I know he's been fast all week. And Robert Fitzpatrick is going to roll off 17th. If he's here, he hasn't put up a time, but look for him to also make his way up through the field. And Eldora, yeah, this is a good track. Get nice fireworks display here with the finishes and what they on the start. It's going to be an awesome little race here.
Yes, sir, Gary. Again, I want to thank you as well for being here. And we also want to thank Michael D'Amico with All Pro Broadcasting. We were very fortunate that he has come on board for 2017. He is our exclusive broadcasting partner, cameraman for our Wednesday night Dented Fender Truck Series, which you can catch every Wednesday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern. We give away a free Domino's pizza that night. You can also catch All Pro Broadcasting with the incredible camera angles Thursday nights, where we have our Premier Xfinity and our Top Shelf Cup races. They alternate. We give away free pizzas on Thursday nights as well, 8:50 p.m. Eastern. And right here, right where you are tonight, fans, here in the Renegade Dirt Series, which is also at 8:50. So, Gary, who are you looking to dominate this race? They got a brand new starting track state they haven't had before in any of the previous 4 races. Who are you looking for to be fast?
Well, right where he picked up last week, we got Derek Walker sitting on the pole, and he's fast. He wasn't fastest in practice. He was second fastest to William Davis. I look for William Davis to be fast, but as I said before with the grid, he's rolling off last on the field tonight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there, but look for Derek Walker to get a good jump on the field and get out in front of these guys. With Scott Sanderson, though, he's always fast too, and I think he's going to learn from last week and try to get a better start. And with the track conditions being a little bit more dry and weared out, look for these guys to have more passing opportunities tonight.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out, and we got Derek Walker with another big jump. Scott Sanderson to the outside of Corey Heffron. Corey Heffron's going to use the low line to slide into second place and pull up right in front of Scott Sanderson. Scott Sanderson's now getting pressure from Wes Moore.
I tell you what, these guys are beating and banging just a little bit here in the back of the pack. They are keeping it straight, and we are staying green.
Yeah, look for, looks like Brian Ahill is going to slide under Corey Heffron for second place.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution's out.
Yes, fans, will get that replay pulled up in just a minute. What did you see as far as what happened there, Gary?
Yeah, looking back here to see what happened. All right.
I think it could be Vernon Margheim in the 33.
Yeah, I see what happened here.
Yeah, it looks like the 44 of Ray Richer and the 33 of Vernon Margheim kind of got together, and that spun him around just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on board here with Jeremy Crandall, too. It looks like Jeremy hit the outside wall going onto the backstretch and got up on his side, too. I don't know if that's what put out the caution.
So we're going to have a real quick cautions here, and the restart's going to be coming here sooner than you can imagine.
Yeah, the caution laps go by real fast here, which is good for these racers. I know they don't like to just sit around there pacing behind the pace truck. They want to get out there and turn these guys loose. So it's one good thing about the Dirt Series is you don't have to sit behind the pace car very long.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Again, fans, you can use this session to to get an idea who you're going to be picking for that free pizza for the next race, it'll be starting around the 9:10, 9:15 time frame. Some of these guys are going to be learning themselves from the way this track is, the way their competitors are racing, and how they're going to be able to make that slide job perfectly to get a position.
Yeah, the pace car is off. Derek Walker with another big jump. Back here for second, we've got, looks like
Scott Sanderson, yes sir.
Yep, Scott Sanderson in second. We got Corey Heffron right in third, single file, and just making a move on fourth was Colin Bowden getting by Ryan Ahill for fourth, and then Ryan Ahill's going to round out your top five. Colin Bowden.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Colin Bowden's making a move to the inside of Corey Heffron for second with a 3 wide with Ryan Hill on his outside. Move Colin Bowden up to second. He's going to set his sights on the leader now.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ryan Ahill is using that extreme outside groove. This different track conditions, starting state of the track is definitely benefiting him. Looks like he is making a little bit of headway. I think he's hoping as a few more laps get put down that he'll be able to definitely make some more headway. He's still sticking to that high lane.
Yeah, Ryan Hill working the high lane, seeing if he can get that going here and trying to learn something for the 8 main with Scott Sanderson still out front. Colin Bowden's looking to close that gap though. He's definitely moving in slowly, but the laps are ticking off quickly, and Derek Walker's looking to put another win under his resume, even though it's in the B main.
Yes, a little bit further back in the field, we've got John Danielson, that number 85 Sprint 360. He is in the 6th position. Looks like Judd started it in 7th, so he's gained 1 spot so far. We've got in the 7th position Buzz Moore. He is in that 187. He started in 4th. He has fallen back a few positions, so they're going to have to make some adjustments on his vehicle before the A main.
Yeah, and I'm looking even farther back in the field to William Davis. He rolled off the field last. He was first in practice as far as speeds go. He rolled off the field in 16th. He's up to 8th already, and he's passing guys on the outside. So that's promising to see guys working that high line to get around guys.
It definitely looks like Derek Walker is still dominating this race as we speak. We're on lap 15, got about 9 laps to go here in this B main. Scott Sanderson is doing everything he can to make some headway. And these vehicles are running some pretty high speeds up for about 120 miles an hour as they dive into the corner. And Gary, tell me and the fans, these drivers are really not out of the gas at all. They're just slinging it into the corner, kind of controlling where they're going with their steering wheel and the back tires as they're sideways.
Yeah, the only reason they're slowing down is because the back end kind of slides around and the friction of the tires hitting the dirt really scrubs off a lot of speed. But because you're scrubbing off so much speed, you want to keep in the throttle, and with these 360s, you can just hold it wide open. Even in the 410s, the more powerful fast cars, you can hold it wide open to a point. But once this track starts to dry out and get a little more slick, you might see some guys getting off the throttle just to help save their cars from spinning around.
It looks like William Davis is in that 11 car. He is in the 8th position. He just picked up a position. He got around Kyle Cameron, that number 88. William E. Moore, like you said, he's made some passes, but he is still stuck and mired back here in 10th position. We got Ivan Garcia in the 11th position, that number 72. We have Ray Richer, who restarted back in the back, but he is running that extreme high lane, trying to maintain as much speed as he can. He is in 12th.
Yeah, Derek Walker is he's taking the white flag. He's going to cover down here, and he's looking to put a lap on Ray Richer. And it looks like the race is over, and Derek Walker's going to take the B main win.
Yeah, we got 4 more laps to go. This is a 25 lapper. Sorry about that. No big deal, Gary.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 20 laps. So 25 laps. That's good to know. It looks like Derek Walker's he's lapped part of the field already, so he's setting a blistering pace. I don't know if Scott Sanderson's going to have a chance to catch up to him unless he makes a mistake.
Yeah, but they're definitely learning something here in this opening B main. The track conditions are going to be similar.
Oh, caution foul.
Yes, fans will pull up the replay of that and see exactly who was involved. Did you get an idea at all?
Yeah, I'm backtracking a little bit here to see if I can see what happened. Looking at the radio chatter here, it might have been...
I think it was the 88 of Kyle Cameron.
Yeah, I'm looking here.
Coming off the corner. Yeah, he got up into the wall, came back down on the inside. He had a lot of damage on the front of his vehicle. Sorry about that, Gary.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what happened here. I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, he got got up into the outside wall. Yep, rode the berm for a little bit and kind of drifted to the inside. And once he came to a rest, the caution was thrown. It's not a bad crash. You know, it's just a single car crash, but that's gonna end the B main for him.
Yeah, and it looks like we may or may not get a restart here. We are coming to lap 25.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to finish under caution. We're on the last lap right now. They're still behind the pace truck, so it's going to be another win. Chalk it up for Derek Walker, but this time in the B main. So hopefully these guys behind him, you know, something they probably wish they had from weeks before was another chance. Oh, if I could have done this differently in this race, I could have got by Derek. So look for Scott Sanderson, Colin Ballin, Corey Heffron, Ryan Hill, Judd Danielson, Buzz Moore, Will Davis, all these guys to take some notes and get out there and try to get around this fast Derek Walker. He's got something figured out on these dirt tracks. He's fast everywhere we go every week.
Yeah, I tell you what, these guys are trying to learn. He probably has put up a lot of practice sessions. Derek has probably got a lot of real seat time in real dirt cars.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It definitely appears that he does. It's definitely paying off. He's been pretty much unbeatable since he came in the series. There was that one race he probably would have won, but he wrecked out from the lead. So I look forward to seeing what these guys can do in the A main where it counts.
Yes, sir. We're going to bring these guys up for a quick interview. First, I'm going to let you interview the winner of this B main. Kind of a surprise for him to be in here due to the number of folks that showed up. So go ahead, Gary, if you want to interview Derek Walker.
Yeah, I'm here with Derek Walker, the winner of the B main, which is pretty uncommon, but it's not uncommon to see Derek Walker in victory lane in these dirt races. Derek, how'd you get there?
Luckily, the track wasn't too bad tonight. A lot of grip down there, so I was able to just kind of keep it low and hold my line for 25 laps.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are going to have a tough time with you in the A main, but glad to hear that the track conditions are playing out, a little bit better this week, and we look forward to seeing what you can do in the A main.
Oh yeah, I'm excited, Gary. It should be fun. I know there's a couple good guys in here that are going to be really tough. I'm not sure if they even ran the B main, so we'll see. I think the A main should be quite a bit different. Hopefully, it's a good show for y'all.
10-4. We look forward to it.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Talk to you soon. All right, now we have got Scott Sanderson. Gary, if you don't mind interviewing him, we're trying to get the third place finisher. I think I got him, but I'll let you go into this interview, and then I'll talk to Colin Bowden.
Yeah, we're here with Scott Sanderson, second place in the B main. Let's just tell Derek it's kind of weird saying that to you guys. You guys are usually out there running up front in the A main, but tell us about how the track is tonight, and if you see any benefits. When we add 10 more laps to the A main, if there's going to be some better opportunities for you guys to get around the leader.
Well, the track's, I don't know if it's been said to the viewers yet, but we're running slightly more used up track state this week, so it's got a couple more opportunities for passing, hopefully. I think I would have been right on the back of Derek there, but I went up to the high side to test, see if there's anything up there, and try to find a way to get by the guy. He's definitely got this dirt stuff figured out. So 10 more laps is gonna be great for me. If I can't seem to edge him out on qualifying, that's gonna be the big thing. It's been the big thing all season long. Is if you can qualify up front and keep it clean, you have a pretty darn good shot at winning the race. So I think that's what we're gonna try to do. Got a spotter tonight, hopefully gonna help me out a bunch, telling me what lines are coming in where, and see if we can do anything with Derek this week. We got to put his winning streak to an end.
Yeah, he's got quite the winning streak. But if there's anybody out there that could do it, it's definitely you, Scott. And I think you'll be up there.
I hope so. We're gonna try to edge him out on qualifying, and if we can do that, I'm gonna feel pretty confident going into the race.
All right, well, 10-4. Good luck in qualifying then for you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Now we have got Colin Bowden. Colin, congratulations for that third place finish. We did have a little bit of different starting track state. Hopefully that gave you guys a little bit better racing than we've had in the past. tell us what your race was like and what you're looking forward to in the A main, which would be 10 laps longer than this one.
Yeah, we missed it in qualifying a little bit. Didn't hit the right line, so I had to start 8th. And track state, it kind of wore the middle of the track out. So I mean, we could still kind of get to the bottom. But I feel like, 10 more laps and a couple more cars, and you probably could have wore the bottom out, and then we'd have, the slide job that you see on dirt a lot. So I think it's got some potential there.
Yes, sir. That's what we're definitely trying to get towards. Obviously, we're new. iRacing is new at this dirt racing, and our goal is to make it good for you guys to race, good for the fans to watch, and congratulations. We'll definitely see you in the next session, which is already opened up. Just a real short time in there for practice, and we'll talk to you in the next session.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, Gary, if you want to take just a quick minute and explain to the fans, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be gone for just a few minutes. Fans, you can get you a second or a third adult beverage, Diet Coke, Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, sweet tea, milk, if that's your choice beverage, another bag of popcorn to get the kids around. The second race is going to be very exciting. We're going to have quite a few talented drivers, a completely different starting track state, and an extra 10 laps. Gary, if you want to get the fans updated on what we're going to be looking for in the next session.
Yeah, look for more passing opportunities. You heard it from these guys, the drivers. The track is a lot better and more set up for better passing. And I saw some guys come from the back, at least halfway up through the field, all on the outside. So look for that to be maybe possibly the move of the race tonight, to get around the ever fast Derek Walker.
Exactly. So, fans, thanks for being here. Like I said, get you another drink, refresh your popcorn. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll see you on the other side.
This is where everybody comes and gathers to see the biggest dirt races in the world. The high banks, the high speeds, people make their annual pilgrimage.
To me, it is a mecca. You're going through all these cornfields, 2-lane roads, you're weaving, and you're like, where are we going?
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, this mecca jumps out in front of you. We sell tickets to 49 different states right now, multiple countries. It's international. And what is it? It's the phenomenon.
People come in here and they say, it just blows them away. They wave that green flag and pow!
Dirt track racing's very own Field of Dreams was dug out of the fertile cornfields in Dart County, Ohio by Earl Baltus in 1954. 8 years later, Eldora started its journey from local venue to international destination when Baltus recruited the United States Auto Club.
He brought in the USAC Sprints, and with that came the Indianapolis names, the Unsers, the Foyts, the Andrettis.
At the same time, they were also driving at Indianapolis. That used to be the trail to Indy, and it came right through Eldora.
When Johnny Rutherford flipped out of the back straightaway in the 60s, in one of the big magazines at the time, with a big picture of Johnny with his arms stretched out, and that kind of put Eldora on the map.
The stars of USAC bolstered the Speedway's reputation, but it was the big money events that cemented its legend.
Earl Baltus came up with promoting events that nobody could even fathom.
In 1971, Earl decided that he was going to have a big race. And he said, we're going to call it the World 100.
The first World 100, when he was paying $4,000 to win.
Everybody was just blown away because nobody paid that kind of money. And then he says, boys, I'm going to raise it by $1,000 to win every year.
If anybody say, is there one race that you would really like to win? To me, the World 100 would rate with the Indianapolis 500.
Earl saw the success of that. Then he introduced the King's Royal, $50,000 to win in 1984.
It was fun to race for that kind of money, and back those days you could take it home in a shoebox or whatever you get in it, so it was a lot of fun.
Right here at the finest racetrack in the country, $100,000 to win.
Earl always wanted to pay $1 million purse.
Johnny Moran, the first Eldora millionaire.
$1 million to win a dirt late model race. Eldora just has this history of first. It was, can you believe what Earl's doing? Can you believe what Eldora's doing? And people had to come see it.
In 2005, Earl Baltus stepped away from Eldora's spotlight, selling the Speedway to Tony Stewart. The big races remain at Eldora, along with its lofty status.
Eldora's been a special place. You could talk to anybody in any division, and they'll always tell you we always want to win a race at Eldora.
When you can brag and say you want to race at Eldora Speedway, you don't need anything else. You've accomplished it.
Welcome back, race fans, to the Dominos TYJ Racing Dirt Renegade Series, live on All Pro Broadcasting. This race is sponsored by All Pro Broadcasting, the best broadcasting in sim racing today. Back with me is Gary Sexton in the booth. These guys are getting ready for their qualifying session for the A main. So fans, you have tuned in at the exact right time. Again, we are going to be giving away that free large Domino's 3-topping pizza carry-out only. Give you the details of that in just a minute. Gary, how you doing? What are you expecting for this A main?
Yeah, Robert, just get myself hydrated, hoping that I'm going to do some yelling here during this broadcast with some exciting racing. I look forward to seeing this high usage track and seeing how that plays out into the driver's hands, seeing if these guys can utilize some lanes to get around the guys that they're racing around and hopefully do it clean, and we have a nice, clean, fast, epic race.
Yeah, I tell you what, looks like we're going to have some of the most talented dirt racers we actually know here in this A main. We've got 10 extra laps, so we're going to be racing for 35 laps. Gary, I'm pretty sure the Sprint 360 cars will be able to make it the full 35 laps. We may have cautions. We may not have cautions. Do you feel confident they'll be able to make it with one tank? Because obviously they cannot refill these Sprint 360s during the race.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident they can make it 35 laps. Especially there'll definitely be a caution or two to, take down some of those amount of laps they have wide open. So I think they'll be okay.
That sounds great. That sounds great. And fans, in just a few more weeks, we are going to be shifting to a completely different style dirt vehicle. Dominos TYJ Racing Dirt Renegade Series will be utilizing. We're going to also be racing the same 4 tracks we've raced so far in this first mini-series, which is Eldora, Volusia, Williams Grove, and the USA track. Gary, we haven't quite made that final decision. What kind of vehicle would you like to see?
Well, I know personally I'd like to see them super late models out there. Those are a blast to drive. They're a lot heavier than these cars, almost as powerful though. But they are just so much fun to drive. They slide around all over the track. It takes a lot more throttle control than just holding it wide open. Even on a fixed setup, they're fun to drive. You can see these guys get beating and banging on each other with little consequence. There's always consequence when racing hard and making contact, but man, they'll put on a show for sure. I'd like to see definitely the super late models.
That sounds exciting. I think we have a lot of these drivers wanting to do that and use that vehicle as well. While we do have Tom fans, I do want to go over real quick exactly how you can win that free large Domino's 3-topping pizza carryout only. It is time for you to get serious. You get buckled in at home, wherever you're watching this race. All you have to do, fans, is be the first fan to accurately predict the winner of this race before halfway, which is going to be lap 17 of this 35-lap shootout. All you have to do is text 919-883-7497. Also, fans, if you're watching on your device live, you can text "I picked this driver" to win. And like I said, the first fan who is accurate in picking that winner, that's the fan that's going to have that large 3-topping Domino's pizza carry-out only. You do have to go to the store to pick it up, but it's from any store in the United States of America. Looking forward to doing that as we do every single race we have, Gary.
Yeah, Robert, it's a awesome promotion that you guys here at Dominos TYJ Racing put on, and wish I could be a part of it. But that's more pizza for you guys out there, and we appreciate your participation and out there picking your favorite drivers. So,
yes, sir, Gary. If you go over some of these top times, I got to step away just for about 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Absolutely, and just waiting here for some of these times to pop up. And just as I was about to say it, I haven't seen Derek Walker take a time yet, but he takes a time and he puts himself to the top, almost a tenth faster than everyone, or half a tenth faster than everyone else. So you got Derek Walker is looking pretty good with a 14.066. Ryan Hill sitting second. William Davis, we saw him start last in the B main, work his way up to 8th in only 20 laps. He's going to start third. A lot less cars to pass, so look for him to be a challenge for these guys out there tonight. Got Corey Heffron in 4th. Buzz Morris, we're going to round out your top 5. Kyle Kamers in 6th. Colin Bowden's qualified 7th. Judd Danielson 8th. Ray Richard 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Jeremy Crandall. William E. Moore is going to qualify 11th. Thomas Conheady 12th. Vernon Markheim 13th. And the last person to take a time thus far is Ivan Garcia in 14th. Not sure if Scott Sanderson's going to put up a lap here, but he's always fast. And if he wants to try and win this race, he's going to need to put up a time, or it's going to be a tall task for him to come from 15th. Is where he would start at this point all the way up to first with only 4 seconds left. It looks like Scott Sanderson is not going to get a time in. Interesting to see how he can work his way back up through the field. And then Giovanni Bramante is going to start 16th, with Brian Coots is going to start 17th. And those last 3 guys didn't take a time, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, thank you so much there, Gary. These guys are getting lined up ready to go. You definitely have got the rundown of the starting lineup. I don't think there's any change in really what you went over there. The expected drivers that you expect to be qualifying up front, they have qualified up front. So this is definitely going to be a shootout. It's going to be interesting to see how this track, it doesn't rubber in, it doesn't mud in. However you describe it, Gary.
Yeah, Robert. Well, we were just saying to the fans there, Scott Sanderson usually qualifies up front, and he didn't. He didn't qualify at all. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. But yeah, the track doesn't rubber in. It doesn't do anything like that. But what it does is the surface, the mud gets packed down. It dries out. Much similar if it rains and there's mud, there's mud in your driveway. It's really muddy outside, and then a couple days later, or a couple, after driving over a few times, next thing you know, you can get big ruts, and it gets hard. And in certain areas where they've been running their groove, it'll be nice and packed down and really slick. So look for guys to maybe even have to lift off the throttle a little bit. As these guys roll off pit lane, they're going to do the first of two pace laps. Look for Derek Walker to get a big jump on the field. Ryan Hill, he's a talented racer. I know he's a good restarter too. I look for him to maybe not let Derek Walker get too far out ahead, and then there's the fast Will Davis tonight, getting ready to pounce on them guys racing side by side, or make it 3 wide himself to take the lead.
Guess I'm gonna let you take the start here. It should definitely be exciting.
Yeah, as these guys make their way to the front stretch. Or I'm sorry, they're on the back stretch now. They're going to come around here, look for the pace truck to dip off, and Derek Walker to lead these guys down to the green as they come around turn 3 into turn 4. Pace truck's going to make the hard left in the pit road now, and then Derek Walker's going to get a jump, and Ryan Hill tries to time it, but he has to brake check so he doesn't jump the start, and that allows Derek Walker to get a big jump. And now look at William Davis is all over the back of Ryan Hill. He's going to try to make a move on the inside here, but Ryan Hill takes a nice line into the corner, and he's going to slide up just in front of William Davis back there for second place, but it's all Derek Walker out front. We got a slow car on the inside. It's the 33, and William Davis gets to the back of Ryan Hill, and he's going to lose a lot of spots.
Yeah, it looked like Corey Heffron and that number 15 was already utilizing the high side of the track. Now he's back down low. He is making some passes. He's in that 4th position, so these drivers are trying the high lane, the low lane.
Yeah, already they're working up to the high lane with Derek Walker. It's still all Derek Walker out front. Will Davis, tough break for him. He dropped all the way back to 5th in there, but he got the 1 spot back. He's up to 4th. He's going to look to make his way back up to the back bumper of Colin Bowden for 3rd. But Ryan Ahill, he's a determined man. I know he wants to get up there and challenge for that lead. He doesn't like to lose, and he's going to get up there and hopefully make this a race.
A little bit further back in the pack, we've got side-by-side racing. It looks like the 73 of Jeremy Crandall gets into the wall. He had Ray Richard, William A. Moore to the inside and outside. They both cleared. A little bit further up, we got more side-by-side racing. It looks like Thomas Conheady in that number 7 makes a great pass, and then he loses the position right back as the Kyle Cameron, the 88, gets around him.
Yeah, and I got my eyes on Scott Sanderson, who is usually right up front. He's gone from 15th to 6th already, as he just got around Judd Danielson for 6th place. And he's going to set his sights on the back of William Davis. Look for him to march to the front. He's charging through this field.
Yeah, they were 3 wide there for just a second. That's very exciting to see here at Eldora, a very, very, very famous dirt track. And back up front, it looks like Ryan A. Hill has got some company on his back door. His good buddy, the number 20, Colin Bowden, we just taught him to finish 3rd in the B main. He is putting pressure all over Ryan A. Hill. And Ryan A. Hill, they're both trying to figure out how they can make inroads into that leader's speed and time on the track. That leader would be Derek Walker, no surprise.
Yeah, Derek Walker, if he had a mirror in this thing, he'd be looking at it and smiling, seeing these guys getting real racy, because that's just going to slow them down even more, as he's almost opened up a whole second lead on these guys. I think that might be the biggest lead we've seen, and the caution's out.
Yes, fans, we'll get that replay pulled up here in just a minute. We did run about 10 green flag laps, which was pretty exciting. Yeah, it looks like the 33 of Vernon Margine had a little bit of issues there. Looks like he was going into the corner. He was trying to use that high lane. He gets a little bit too high, looks like, into the wall, and a little bit too much damage up into the fence. He spins around, and that brings out the caution.
Yeah, Robert, when these guys have to move up the track a little bit, normally you don't have to put too much wheel into the car if you know you're going to be going down to the bottom of the track, because the car, you're going to kind of dive in there and the back end's going to slide around. But if you're going to try to run the top lane and dive it in there a little bit later, you got to put a little bit more wheel into it. And I think I think Vernon may not have been ready for that. He was already up near the wall, didn't turn enough. Car kind of hit the cushion there and slid up into the wall. And, you know, when these cars just make the slightest little bit of contact with something hard that doesn't move, they're gonna go for a ride. He gets up on his side, loops it around, but probably not too much damage. He'll be able to take it into the pits, get that looked at over by his crew, and get back out there and hopefully not be too far behind.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's definitely going to give some of these other drivers, Ryan Hill in that 55, Colin Bound in the 20, William Davis in the 4, and like you mentioned, Scott Sanderson stormed his way up. He's in that 193, he's up to the 5th position. These guys are all going to have another shot to get a great restart. And I do want to remind all you fans that if you're watching tonight on your device, on your computer, on your big screen, we want to thank All Pro Broadcasting, Michael D'Amico. Fans, make sure you click that subscribe button. That way you get the notification every time we have a race, which is Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights at 8:50 p.m. Eastern, so you will never miss a chance to win that free pizza. We've already got a lot of picks in for tonight, and just make sure you click that subscribe button.
Yeah, the pace truck is off, and we're back on the green. Derek Walker with a pretty decent jump this time, but Ryan Hill, he got it pulled up a little bit closer this time, so he's going to look for him to not let Derek Walker get too far out ahead, because he doesn't have anybody really challenge him from behind quite yet. And I saw Will Davis get a little bit high on that restart, and he lost. He's about to lose the position to Scott Sanderson for 4th. So look for Scott Sanderson now as he moves up into 4th place to make a move on the top 3 and possibly the lead.
Yes, sir. He definitely gets around William Davis, and we've also got Corey Heffron trying to make a move around William Davis. He misses that corner just a bit. He's going to have to gather back up. And we've definitely got some heat up here at the front.
Yeah, back up front. They've stayed close to Derek Walker, but Ryan Hill's got some pressure from Colin Bowden here, and Colin Bowden's trying to find all sorts of ways to get around him. And again, if Derek Walker could see this in his mirror, he'd be pretty happy, because the more of these guys race side by side, the farther Derek Walker's going to get away. So if Colin Bowden's going to make the move, he's got to get by him quick. And if Ryan Hill has to understand that if he's holding up Colin Bowden, it might be best for him to just kind of let him by and see if he can get up there, and then let them get side by side, and then he can get up there and maybe challenge for the lead with them.
That is an excellent point. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it looks like Ryan Hill's found a quicker line to pull the gap now on Colin Bowden, so he's not going to have to worry about that for too long. As I say that, Colin Bowden dives it in there, but that's only going to hurt Colin, as Ryan Hill is starting to reel back in Derek Walker.
Yes, sir. Ryan Hill's making a race of the race. A little bit further back while we got a little bit of time. Looks like Corey Heffron has been able to get around William Davis. So that knocks William Davis back to the 6th position, that number 11. We've also got Buzz Moore. He's trying to make a move right now on William Moore. He's in that 187 trying to take over that 6th position. We've also got Judd Danielson, that number 85. He's in 8th position. Hasn't made a lot of headway tonight. Thomas Conhetty in that number 7 is up to 9th. William E. Moore in that 58 is in 10th. Kyle Kammer is in 11th at that 88. And these guys are doing the best they can to gain position side by side right now. We got Ray Richer battling Ivan Garcia. Looks like Ivan's trying to get a move around him, but Ray's using that high lane. That's a pretty good battle on the track. How's it looking up front?
Yeah, up front still all Derek Walker with a 4/10 of a second gap. Nothing's really changed there. Got my eyes on William Davis. He's committed to that high line, but it is not working right now. He's just losing spot after spot after spot up there. And if I were him, someone ought to get on the radio and tell him to jump to the bottom before he loses too many more spots. But he might know something we don't know. This track is starting to get older. There's less than 10 laps to go. That high line may come back in. But up front, still all Derek Walker, Ryan Hill, 4/10 back.
Yeah, Buzz Moore is still making a move forward. We got side by side behind him between William Davis. As Judd Danielson is getting around him, Will Davis is still using that high lane, trying to get a great launch off the corner, which he does down the backstretch, but they go right into the corner. These tracks are so short. Judd Danielson is utilizing that short way around, and it looks like William Davis may be able to get him on this lap, but it is hard to tell.
Yeah, and it's looking like the high lane is starting to come in now, but might be a little too late for Will Davis. Up front, the lead is shrank to 0.3 of a second, so it looks like Ryan Hill's closing in on the back bumper of Derek Walker. They're pretty much running in each other's tire tracks, so if Ryan Hill wants to get around him, he's going to have to run the line that Derek Walker's running until he gets to his back bumper, and then he's going to have to try to get around him a different way. and that's proven to be tough. But he keeps closing in with only about 4.5 laps to go.
Yes, he's doing his very best to get to his back bumper. Maybe he can make that slide job and make it stick. He's going to take all avenues necessary to try to get around him.
Yeah,
and he's gaining. Yeah, he closes just a little bit.
Yeah, closes just a little bit more, and he's taking a little bit lower line than Derek Walker, which is the way to go as they come around lap 33 of 35. This is going to be 3 laps to go here. They hit the backstretch. Ryan Hills keeps closing just a little bit after a little bit. Any mistake that Derek Walker makes, look for Ryan Hill to capitalize on that. But as they take with 2 laps here to go, Ryan Hill closes the gap even more. He tries to get it down to 0.2 of a second. He's right there.
Yes, he sure is. And Scott Sanderson made a lot of headway from the back of the pack, but his momentum has stopped. He is stuck in 4th position, so it's definitely going to be a battle between Ryan Hill and Derek Walker.
Yeah, we're here on the last lap as they hit the backstretch. Look for Ryan Hill to make an aggressive move to the bottom, though. He's going to go to the top to try to get the run off. And he gets a pretty good run coming down the straightaway, but it's going to be all Derek Walker as he takes a checkered flag.
Yes, congratulations to Derek. And all these drivers, they put on a tremendous race. This race went by fast, but I know these drivers enjoyed it. Fans, I know you didn't have much time. If you looked away for a few seconds, you missed a lot. Thanks for being here. We'll definitely give you the update in just a minute on who won that free pizza. So we'll be right back. Gary, if you don't mind going over the standings and how everybody finished here in this short race.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming in first, as always, got Derek Walker as he makes his way into victory lane here. He's going to pull up on the victory lanes. He's going to pull on the scale, get weighed. He's coming down here with the fire. He's going to pull up on the platform and roll his way into victory lane here. We got Ryan Hill coming in second, Colin Bowden coming in third. Scott Sanderson makes his way from the back of the field all the way up to fourth. I bet he wishes these cars had more fuel so they could run a little bit longer race, and he may have had a chance to be up there. Rounding out your top 5 is Corey Heffron, Buzz Moore in 6th, William Davis committed to the outside. He's going to come home in 7th, Judd Danielson 8th, Thomas Conheady 9th, Kyle Kamer is going to come in 10th. 11th is going to be William E. Moore. Ray Rich is going to come in 12th. Jeremy Crandall 13th. Ivan Garcia 14th. Brian Coots 15th. Vernon Markheim 16th. And rounding out the field tonight, 35 laps down, is going to be Giovanni Bramante. As we wait here to get these guys up into the booth for their interviews. It looks like we're here with third place driver,
Colin Bowden.
Yep, we're here with Colin Bowden. Nice top 3 run in tonight's race. I know that race goes by quick, especially with only, I believe we only have 1 caution. Can you tell us how the track was for you, how the car handled, and how you managed to get your way into third place?
Yeah, I think every race I run so far, I've been third place and everything. I started off 5th there, and I think I just got to 3rd on the first lap or 2. With the way the track was, you know, the middle was wore out, but the bottom was still there, so you would just have to position your car just right, and you could barely make up anything. So I mean, it was just hard to pass, but if you hit the line right, you could definitely make up a little time. So it was definitely going in the right direction. You know, Robert's gonna figure it out, and pretty soon we'll be throwing sliders on each other.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress with the inaugural Dirt Renegade series here. I know it's tough to pass in these cars with the amount of horsepower they have, and you know, we do everything here at Dominos to make the racing conditions as good as possible for you guys, and I know you guys enjoy it. It's fun out there slinging the dirt. So with that top 3 finish there, that's a pretty good run. Is there anyone else you'd like to thank for bringing it home in 3rd place?
Yeah, just me and Ryan. We worked together there, and we tried to get a win there. But you know, 2nd and 3rd, we'll get it. We'll just have to keep chipping away at it. You know, got to qualify a little better, and we'll see if we can't get them next week.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your top 3 finish, Colin, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Colin. Now we're going to interview our 2nd place finisher, Ryan Hill. This is Robert and Gary. Congratulations on the 2nd place finish. I tell you what, that was an exciting, fast race with just a few cautions. Hopefully you drivers enjoyed that. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, we are, my Craftsman sprint car.
was actually pretty good tonight. It was kind of surprising. We started up front, but you know, Derek has started up front, and it's hard to keep up with him, and even harder to pass him. So he did a great race. Colin did a great race, going from where he started to finishing the A main. And can't thank everybody enough. Really, it was fun out there tonight.
Yes, sir. Our goal is to make it even funner and more fun for you drivers, make the track conditions better for you guys to make more passes. That'd be good for you, good for the fans. Congratulations, Ryan. Anybody else you'd like to thank?
Colin Bowden for being a good teammate. I guess Derek Walker, good job on a win. Yourself, Gary, and Michael for doing a great job of the broadcast. And, of course, series we get to run in for me, every other Thursday and Sunday night. So it's been a great one, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Hey, thanks so much, Ryan. We'll definitely talk to you soon. Have a wonderful, incredible week.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right, Gary, I'm going to let you interview the winner here again. Go ahead.
Yeah, here with Derek Walker, tonight's Dirt Renegade Series winner of the All-Pro Broadcasting Shootout from Eldora. Familiar friends we're becoming here in Victory Lane. Been interviewing you about, 3 weeks in a row now, so good to see you up front again, and like to hear how the track was for you. Did that extra little bit of track time in the B main help you any? I thought maybe it would help those guys figure out a way to get around you, but you got this stuff figured out. So how was your race today?
It was great for me. I was really happy with it. It started to slick off out of 4 quite a bit. I think the changes that they made for the percentage of the track state was definitely the right direction to go. It was getting a little bit scary there out of 4 a couple times, and I think if we go even a little farther with it, it'll probably make even better racing, because there were a few laps there where Ryan was really starting to gain on me a lot, because I just could not figure out how to get off the turn in 4, but luckily I was able to hold him off.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to be the general consensus here with the track conditions, that it's definitely a step in the right direction. Still a little tough to pass, but I saw guys making the outside work a little, to gain in on guys and get that run down the straightaway. So we appreciate the feedback, especially from the guy out there put down the fast laps. And is there anyone out there you'd like to thank for your win tonight?
Robert for putting on this awesome league. He does a great job with it every week. Domino's, obviously, for the free pizzas. You guys at All Pro, Gary, Michael, you guys do an amazing job. And then a shout out just to my teammate Nathan, Wide Open Racing. He wasn't able to race tonight, but he did get into spot for me, so he helped me a lot with that. And to Ryan Hill for running a great race. And then Twitch, Dirty Dude Twitch channel, which is my stream. All the viewers on there, they support me every week, so big shout out to them, and my dad and sister for watching the race as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, we appreciate the recognition you bring with your Twitch channel to All Pro Broadcasting and everyone here at Dominos. It's a pleasure to have you in our series, and hopefully not hopefully for you, but hopefully these guys can figure out something to get around you, and I'm sure you'll figure out something to keep them back there.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be all over me sooner or later. It's just I'm trying to ride the lucky train as long as I can, so I can enjoy it now, but I'm sure there'll be somebody taking it from me soon.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your win tonight, Derek, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a great week, Derek. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Robert.
And a quick update. We do have a free pizza winner tonight. Ricky Jefferson from St. Louis, Missouri. He picked Derek Walker to win tonight, and he got that pick in right after the A main room opened when they were in the practice session, which was about 12 minutes after 9 p.m. Eastern. Some of you guys made a pick in the B main, which is great, but obviously we got to be in the server for when the actual race where you can win the free pizza is going on. Unfortunately, you'll learn for the next time. And we had a couple of guys that also picked Derek Walker right after, like at 9:24, 9:25. We got a firefighter, let me look at him real quick. He was in the chat. He picked SD Firefighter 2011. He made his pick back in the first session. Unfortunately, that doesn't really carry over to this session because obviously you got a whole different race, whole different track conditions. But anyway, thanks for everybody for participating. Ricky Jefferson was the lucky winner tonight. Gary, what do you take away from this race tonight?
Yeah, it looks like the track really definitely went in the right direction with allowing guys to make passes, and also I feel like it cleaned the racing up a little bit. It kept these guys spread out a little bit more, and we only had one caution tonight, and that's pretty good for these guys out here. It's really hard to drive on these tracks, and we made it harder for them. But by doing that, you had to use the throttle a little bit more, and you heard even from our winner, it didn't look hard for him, but it was really it was challenging for him too. And you saw Ryan Hill starting to close the gap on him a little bit. I think these guys behind Derek are going to start figuring out what he's doing. They're probably going to talk to him about it. He seems like a pretty good guy. He's going to help them, and we're going to see a lot closer races. It was kind of a disappointing day for some of these guys out there. I know Scott Sanderson probably would have liked to have a better qualifying attempt. I'd like to know if he had hit the wall or something during qualifying and his time got negated. But he was able to get his way all the way back up to 4th, which is pretty impressive. But I think if he was up towards the front, he might have had something for Derek as well. The way high lane didn't seem to be the way to go. So look for these guys to keep it on the bottom, but as the track wears out, moving up around the middle up might be the fastest way around for next week when we go to Volusia.
Yes, sir, Gary. And yes, fans, next Sunday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern, you do not want to miss our next Renegade Dirt Series race at Volusia Raceway Park. One way you cannot miss it is you click the subscribe button on All Pro Broadcasting. That way you get the automatic alert. And also, I agree with everything you just said about tonight's race. I'm sure next Sunday's going to even be better. We're going to make some more adjustments on the starting track state. And fans, also, you want to keep in mind, this coming Wednesday is our next asphalt race. We're going to have our dented fender trucks at Gateway, which I understand is in St. Louis, Missouri. They're going to be racing at night. We already had a race there earlier in the trucks. In the daytime, they put on a great show. This Wednesday night, I'm sure, is going to be just as great. And then Thursday night this week, we have our Top Shelf Cup drivers racing at the 2-mile super fast Michigan International Speedway. These guys are going to be putting on an incredible show Thursday night as well. So enjoy your week, fans. Make sure you tune in Wednesday night, Thursday night, 8:50 p.m. Eastern. Click that subscribe button. So for Gary Sexton, Michael D'Amico with all the great camera work, this is Robert McFarland. You fans have a great week. We'll talk to you Wednesday night.